Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this important hearing. I just want to highlight first that when we are in a situation where we are right now, where funding the government comes down to the last minute because normal funding bills aren't being passed, we put all the families on TANF at risk. They don't know whether funding is going to come through or not. So I just want to highlight again that the political games, the lack of leadership to move funding bills forward has a real impact on people's lives, and how important it is that we pass full year bills before the fiscal year starts. Mr. Dortch, as a former state legislator, you worked tirelessly to bring attention to the long-standing pattern of corruption in Mississippi's TANF program. I wondered, can you tell us or share some of your former constituents' stories, how that corruption impacted their lives and the impact of bad actors who caused eligible applicants to be denied assistance?
Sure, and a lot of the constituent stories I've heard, and this has come in thanks to many of the child care operators in Mississippi, organizations like Mississippi Low Income Child Care Initiative, Mississippi Black Women's Roundtable, the Children's Defense Fund. It seems to be that child care centers and child care and altogether is like a nexus point where all of this issues with TANF and acquiring benefits come together. Like you have child care operators that are employing people that can qualify for TANF and have trouble getting those people employed or keeping them employed or being able to keep that person certified as a child care operator. Then you have parents that have problems with their child care certificate, and it may be impacted by them applying for TANF. So a lot of these issues just really bubble up with folks that are trying to do the right thing, and TANF can be more of a penalty to folks than it is a benefit.
What can be done to help support the eligible applicants who were denied assistance because of corruption and bad actors?
Again, just keep it simple. We know what people need. We know child care is a big impediment to work. We know that people cannot go to work if they can't travel and they can't drive to a job. These are direct things that can be given to folks or provided to folks that we know will help them be able to work more. You can work more if you're a parent and you have someone that can take care of your children. The absence of that is something that's jarring in Mississippi, so we have to make that a priority. Innovation is great, but let's make sure states are doing the basic things that we already know work.
You touched on this a little bit and you said in your testimony too that the Mississippi legislature has largely failed to address TANF fraud. What new laws should the state legislature pass to reform its TANF program to better serve the people of Mississippi?
I got about a dozen I filed and other friends in the legislature filed. I don't know where to start, but oversight is a big thing. It was insane how hard it was to get information from our TANF, on our TANF program, even as a state lawmaker. So transparency is a big thing. I think making sure that money is going to people that need it and that we increase the benefit because the benefit is already too low. We need to make sure that as much is going into child care as possible. If that means transferring money from the TANF program to child care, I think that's great. I still remember an opportunity I had to ask the former DHS director, who's since pleaded guilty to fraud. We had a long list of people waiting to get child care benefits. And I asked him, why can't TANF, if you've got all of this money you're not spending, why can't you put this money into child care? And his response was, well, we would have to create another program. And so I said, create another program. You're being creative with this Families First and letting them spend $50 million on nothing. So just the attitude of we're not here to help people, we're here to essentially punish people and make things punitive on them.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.